Rowdy Nation TV, welcome back to the channel. Reports are coming out in the boxing world that Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez has signed a fight for September 13th. Now, I haven't heard anything from either camps, anything that came from the horse's mouth, but there's a lot of boxing channels, a lot of boxing magazines, and reporters are coming out saying that the fight has been signed. Let's get into this one article and see what they have to say. Now, Terrence Crawford's team has seemingly confirmed a blockbuster fight against Canelo Alvarez on September 13th. Crawford and Canelo are the two best pound-for-pound fighters in the world at the moment. While Canelo is in the super middleweight, Crawford is ready to make the jump in weight from 154 to take on the Mexican. Now, Bernie Davis, also known as Bernie the Boxer, a staple member of Crawford's team, has now claimed that Bud is getting ready for a September showdown against Canelo. And I've been watching Crawford ever since he fought, well, actually a little bit before he fought Earl Spence. And because, you know, Earl Spence used to be my guy, but Terrence Crawford, he's the man. He totally proved me wrong. I thought that, you know, because I wasn't really hip to Terrence Crawford like I was following Spence first, because Terrence Crawford was in the 140-pound division, and I usually follow the 147. I wasn't paying that much attention to the 140-pound division, right? So it goes on to say that now we will climb that mountain. It's on, baby. September 13th. Look forward to it. Crawford versus Canelo. As I said, Crawford versus Canelo. Yeah, it's confirmed. Crawford versus Canelo. Not the other way around. Team Crawford stands up, pound for pound. The best in the world. Soon to be the super middleweight champion of the world. That's the only challenges Crawford looked for. And it was only right. We deserve this challenge to be on the big stage in a mega fight, in a super fight, in what we call a David versus Goliath battle. That's what Bernie Davis has to say. And I honestly believe that's a good analogy. That's a good way to put that, David versus Goliath. But I also like to add one more thing before we get back into this article, is because Canelo's been a pro since he was 15 years old. Now, I'm not sure if he started out in the middleweight division, but we also know that he won his first, he was the youngest fighter to win a belt at age 20 in the middleweight division. But I'm not sure at the age 15 when he started, if he started it out. No, I know he didn't, because I read an article where he did have a fight in the 140-pound division, maybe once or twice. But since then, I think he always fought from the middleweight division, right? But he's moved all the way up to 168 and challenged at 175, right? He went up and beat Sergey Kovalev at 175. And he tried it again to get the belt from Dmitry Bivol at 175, but he didn't. And everybody applauded, what Canelo Alvarez was doing by going up in weight and trying to take on Dmitry Bivol. But for some reason, a lot of people don't want to see the fight between Terrence Crawford, and they don't want to give this man his flowers for trying to step up in weight and try to fight the Canelo, the icon Canelo Alvarez. And I think that's, I don't know. I think, it's people are having a double standard when it comes to Crawford. This man has proved me wrong. I think he's pound for pound the #1 boxer on the planet. I believe that. When it comes to skill, Crawford, man, is a beast, bro. And don't get it twisted, man. I think this is a 50-50 fight, if you were to ask me. I don't know why a lot of people are saying that that Crawford has no chance against Canelo Alvarez. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not saying that he's going to win the fight. Don't get me wrong. It's a David and a Goliath type of fight. And that's what one of his stable, somebody who's real close to him, that's what he said. Now, let's get back into the article. Now, he says, again, we have a lot of disadvantages in this fight as far as weight, as far as power, and a lot of things on par as far as accomplishments and skill set. The things he done have hardly been done before. Two-time, undisputed, unified champion in 3 weight divisions, but won 4 divisions. He's been on the pound-for-pound list for better than 10 years. What more can you ask for? We didn't get the Pacquiao fight or Mayweather or anyone of that caliber. This is the fight. That's what Bernie Davis, the boxer, said. Somebody in my comment section, let me know. What do you think? Do you think that? Well, how do you feel about Terrence Crawford stepping up, going up 2 weight classes to challenge Canelo Alvarez? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you not want to see the fight, or do you don't mind seeing the fight, or you just think it's ridiculous? What do you think? Leave me a comment in my comment section, right? Because I would like to say one thing. Floyd Mayweather, he went up. Now, this has been years ago, but you got to understand that this man has been fighting at middleweight for forever. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather went up. He was but they did a catchweight. And I think he fought Floyd Mayweather at middleweight, but it was a catchweight at 152. And Floyd Mayweather came in at 152 and fought Canelo Alvarez. And he's way smaller than Terrence Crawford, and he ended up beating Canelo, right? It's been years ago. I'm not saying that Crawford can do the same thing, but I'm not saying that it's impossible. I believe Crawford. I mean, somebody got to show me. Somebody got to prove to me that they can beat this man. That's all I'm saying. Until then, I'm riding with Crawford. Until then, but like I said, if it's not such a threat, if you don't feel so threatened, Canelo, about fighting Crawford, then why are you demanding so much money? Why are you demanding so much money to step in the ring with somebody who you feel that doesn't bring anything to the table? That part right there. You won't give David Benavidez the fight, right? And I respect Canelo Alvarez. Man, his resume is impeccable. Impeccable resume. I do not deny it. But in the later years, right, you deserve this, Canelo, to call your shots and to fight whoever you want to fight. But now your decision making towards the end of your career is starting to be suspect, because you have to pass the torch to somebody. I was thinking you might want to pass it to David Benavidez. He's of Mexican descent, so I was thinking that you might want to pass it, and not just because he's of Mexican descent, but he's the one who really deserves the fight. You know what I mean? And if Crawford gets to fight, God bless him. But honestly, David Benavidez deserves this fight. But Canelo will not give it to him. So I'll have to go with to see if Crawford needs a legendary name on his resume. And if he were to get Canelo on his resume, oh my God, we got to start talking the best fighter that ever put on a pair of gloves. If he was to beat Canelo, we would have to seriously say that Terrence Crawford is the greatest fighter that I've ever seen in my lifetime. I would have to say that. I would have to give him that. Right now, he's already Hall of Famer as it is. 2 undisputed in 2 different weight classes. Come on, man. Come on. Right. So, like I said before, leave a comment in my comment section. Hopefully this news is true. Hopefully we'll be able to see this. Me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing it, right? I'm from the old school. If the people want to see it, and if you feel like somebody challenging you, and you feel like y'all can come to an agreement on the weight to get in there, and we both can make some money, we both can put money in each other's pockets, why not? Why not? We're in the fight game. That's what we do. And that's what real fighters do, man. You see Terrence Crawford, man. This man is challenging Canelo Alvarez. Canelo. Cinnamon. He's trying to, man, come on, man. He's pushing for greatness. So is David Benavidez, too. David Benavidez is not waiting around for Canelo, right? We got that fight coming up, but I already put out a video about that. David Morrell and David Benavidez. The fight game is on, man. Boxing is back. Boxing's been back, and we got some hell of a fighters that are in the game right now, man. And this would be just a blessing for our fans, man, if we can get Crawford versus Canelo. That's how I feel, man. Leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know how you feel. Rowdy Nation TV, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so anytime I drop a video, you guys can be notified. We out.